Habari gani, my Induga na Dada. This is your brother, your elder, General Abu Amin Ra, slave named John Brinson. Listen, my brothers and sisters, what would you do if you were a Caucasian person in control of the world politically, militarily, economically, and socially, if you found out all of a sudden you were losing in population? The enemy was going to overwhelm you population-wise in a couple of generations. Now, my brothers and sisters, what would you do if you had a population of 329,387,528 people total, and you were the dominating factor in that population group? You were European or white, and you compose 62.6% of the population. What we define as Latinos comprise 17.9% of the total population. We blacks from Africa, we control 14.1% of the population total. The Asians control 6.9% of the population. Now, in less than 40 years, whites, Europeans, Caucasians will be less than 49% of the population by 2050. Blacks will be 65 million. Latinos will be 132 million. My brothers and sisters, this would invoke fear in me if I was a Caucasian and wanted to maintain my power, which primarily comes by population density. Now, by the year 2045, whites will be less than 50% of the population. Hispanics or Latinos will be 24.6% of the population. Blacks or Africans in America will be 15.1% of the population. Asians will be 7.9% of the population, and then the multiracial other group will amount to 3.5 million. So my blacks and whites, we must listen at this message and gain all the information we can from it so that we can prepare ourselves for what we are facing down the line by 2050. White people will be a minority in the United States of America. Whites in the world will be less than 6% of the total world's population. So they're going to lose power, control. So there's several things they possibly can do. One thing they can do is invite the Latinos, some of them at least, to become white so that they become over 50% of the world's population in totality. Blacks will still be in the group they're in. There will be a large group of the population. It will amount to 15.1% of the population in the United States by the year 2045 through 2050. So now you must ask yourselves, if you were a Caucasian, you were a white person, and you are in control of the world right now, politically, economically, socially, militarily, what would you do to maintain power, to keep control of the other groups? Believe me, the Caucasian people have given this some thought, and they are already moving on the issue to resolve it so that they will remain in power by the year 2050. But listen, my brothers and sisters from Africa, black people from Africa, we must plan, we must strategize on how we are to defend ourselves and confront our enemies to keep them from decimating us as a people. Think about it, my brothers and sisters. They are full of fear because they're going down in population, and black Africans and what we define as Latinos are growing in population. So what must the European do about it to maintain control? And what are you going to do about it to defend yourself against the Europeans' encroachment of the rights so that they may defend themselves and stay in political and economic control of the world and especially the United States of America? Let's get it together, brothers. Once we determine what they would do and what they are doing, then we know what we must do and what we are doing. Come on, let's get it together. We must do it now because we don't know how much more time we have. So let us act like today is our last day and get our act together and defend our people and our place in the world. Once again, my brothers and sisters, peace and hotep to you. And think about it, think about it, think about it, think about it. Hotep.